Hi friends, my name is Grisel with Psychic MD. I'm here to do your daily reading. So we are going to pull a card for you, and this is not going to be long. What is being highlighted, featured, or addressed today? Limits and lessons with Daddy Saturn making an appearance. So let's see what's going on with this, because I actually pulled a crystal card for us. And the card that came out is this card. Larimar. Larimar. I don't know how to really pronounce it, but Spanish seems easier. Larimar. So, notice the volcano here, the big explosion, the fire, all the swirly swirls, and of course the masks. So, we're going to look into this. Don't mind the squeaks, by the way. I'm going to read you a portion of what the book says because I feel like it's very pertinent. So the fire volcano creates islands in the midst of the ocean's ceaseless churn. I was born of fire. Larimar reminds those who don't see beyond the swirling layers of turquoise and sea green. Look below your surface emotions and find the fire within the water or the squeakies. Fire creates earth, solid ground from which new things can grow. When you're drowning or simply ready to claim your own space, a place to make a stand, or a private island paradise, Larimar will help you find your core fire, the values that ground you. And Larimar counsels, when you can't fathom the motive of other people around you, look beyond their water to see their fire. This is where you'll find true understanding. And I knew this was important for us today. It just really stood out when I was shuffling the cards just to kind of get a good mix. So I propose to you that it is not a good time for us to learn another hard lesson. I feel like this is a lesson that we have probably tried to mitigate our whole lives. And that is the lesson of understanding that there's a deep volcano within us, and that most of us do wear masks on the outside, and not to take what people say as truth or as fact, but to look beyond the surface. So now is definitely time of looking beyond the surface and looking deeper. And we can get clues about people around us, what really stimulates them, what makes them motivated. We can see beyond the pretense and the facade and the layers that they want to present to the world by simply listening and observing. And this is a time for that. And I feel like a lot of us for today specifically have already seen beyond. So there's not a real deep need to obsess, of course, and look deeper than necessary. If you have an intuition, and if you feel like somebody has a facade around you, then they absolutely do. Okay, so I've got jumpers already. We have the Nine of Swords. So this is something that has really bothered you, perhaps even kept you awake at night, made you stress about, am I seeing things clearly? Is it all in my head even? Because things may seem around you one way, as in people are being supportive, or they're, I don't want to say falling in line, but I feel like you have pretentious people, or at least one person, but probably two, around you that want to make it appear one way. And that is what's stressing you out. Your subconscious is picking up on that, by the way. So trust your gut feeling. If you feel like somebody's being fake, then definitely understand that that's a fact. Now, the stairs behind her all of a sudden, to me, look like a knife when I first glanced at it through the camera, which I find quite interesting. Coco, thank you. So we have here this lady, and this is the world, okay? This is the world. You've graduated. You've graduated, in your observation to be able to understand people around you, that what they say is not, once again, facts. So go with your gut feeling. It doesn't matter what kind of a masquerade they want to perform. In the end, their true colors will be known to all. Okay. Now, right here, we have these collectibles apparently. And I feel like you've been through many stages. And this is, with the typical Wheel of Fortune, this is what is surrounding it. You step through the garland. In this case, it's a doorway. So I feel like you're entering another portal, another dimension, another doorway. You are upgrading. You are glowing up, for lack of a better way of thinking about it. So there's no need to really stress about all these things. Pretty soon you're going to see them as just learning tools, and you have the key and you've been given the key. But also with their light blue dress, it's almost like bluish gray. And I want to say that you're going to start speaking about things like that. And I feel like you're going to be a lot more direct, and you have a whole community behind you that is supportive. But if you were to look, I feel like, not that we're exposing people, but I mean, honestly, if you're wearing a mask, I don't really care. But here we are, my opinions. I feel like you've really just, this is saying that you've graduated and that you're on to something better. Look, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. So I feel like with the Saturn and the limits and lessons, you're going to learn not only your own limits, our own limits, and what we can control, what we can do, but also, especially, we're going to be learning limits of other people that wind up wearing facades. Because, sometimes it's just high time that people got their own medicine, honestly. I mean, it gets a little bit old to constantly see, especially in the world that we see today. The bad guys already always winning, for lack of a better way of putting it. So here we have the promise of you. You have graduated and become the Empress. This is my Empress card. And so this is abundance. This is, I hold the world in my hand. I understand. And I'm even hearing the echo of like the 369 manifestation, with, by the way, I have started it as well. If you're wanting to share anything about that, that'd be great. Drop a comment. If not, totally respect that. So I feel like you are, finding your center. This is about finding the center of the volcano. And knowing that it goes deep within, and finding your own fire. What is it that motivates you? What is it that fuels you? What is it that you're really about? Is it really about, are we all going to toe the line and be in something that nobody believes in? And perhaps this is stating that maybe we ourselves are wearing a form of a mask, right? So this is, again, finding your core. And I feel like this will help you to feel secure, to feel balanced, to feel way more graceful. And actually, I feel like you've been handling things in an incredibly graceful way. And this is a true light. This is to speak the truth and, to do no harm. I'm hearing a vow, okay, of taking care of people and doing no harm, that kind of a thing. The vow of many doctors, physicians, and things, people like that enter into when they start wanting to practice and things like that. But anyway, so that is what I have. And I feel like you're conquering everything, that you have nothing to worry about and nothing to hide. So I love this energy. I even feel like this almost seems like an arrow pointed at the foot. So that's where you're going to be putting one foot forward in, is not hiding who you are, being your most authentic self. I feel like the laws of, consequence. So for every action, there is an equal reaction. But that is what I have for you. Much love to you. Until next time, namaste.